Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to another video. Today's video is going to be my Fortnite Keybinds settings. I play with the keyboard joystick and an upside down keyboard, so my keyboards are rather weird. I get asked about them all the time during streams, so I thought I'd do an update video. I have done a couple videos on this in the past, but every now and then I change a few things, so here's an updated version and I hope you guys enjoy. Okay, so first up, I'm on full screen. I suggest doing full screen. If you do need to tab out often when playing Fortnite, then do windowed full screen, because at the moment, me being on full screen, if I tab out, then my game often crashes, which is kind of annoying, but it is what it is. So yeah, I don't really need to tab out, so I just do full screen, better input delay, and FPS. 1920 by 1080 my resolution, basic resolution. 240 FPS I normally have on, but I decreased it yesterday to 200 FPS because of the new update, and recently with Tilted in, my FPS has been lower and it's been going up and down more, so I've capped it at 200 FPS just so that it's a little bit easier for me to handle instead of it suddenly dropping, and that can kibosh my games. So yeah, I've just lowered it, but I will put it back up to 240 FPS soon. My brightness is, I have this kind of high. Everybody always says that I have this high, 125%. But I also have my contrast high, so it's not blinding. If I had my contrast low, look, that just looks horrible, doesn't it? So I have my contrast kind of high so that the colors are more richer, because I like nice colors, you know. Colorblind, I don't have any this season. This season's been kind of weird. Every season I either have colorblind or don't. And this season I don't, because I don't feel like I really need it that much. The colors are decent enough as it is. 3D resolution, obviously on 100%. If you have this any lower, you're a psycho and your game's going to be looking horrible. View distance medium and textures on high. I have performance mode on down here, as you can see, and I am on low meshes. At the moment, with the recent update that happened yesterday, I'm pretty sure, the trees are so scuffed, they just look really weird. But I'm sure Epic will fix this, so low meshes has been doing fine. But I did have them on high meshes, recently changed to low, just because it's easier and I feel like I have higher FPS. VSync off, show FPS on, just basic stuff. Next up we have the game settings. I obviously play on Europe servers, occasionally I switch to NEast, but that doesn't really matter, English obviously. Toggle sprint, I have that off. I want to sprint by default, obviously. If you have toggle sprint on, you're a psycho, just straight up saying. Sprint cancels reloading off. I did have that on ages ago, but it would just mess me up so many times when I needed to reload. Auto open doors, definitely have this on, 100% recommend. I said this in my last video, I'm pretty sure. I used to have this off, but every time you're editing a little, what's it called, a cheese or whatever it is, the diagonal thing, if you mess up and accidentally do 2 instead of the 3 squares and you edit a door, you want auto open doors on, so you could just literally run through and it is no extra delay, because if you mess up and do a door, then you're kind of stuck and you have to press open to open your door. It just messes you up. So I have auto open doors on 100%. How to swap pickup, I have that on. Loads of people have this off, but I like to be able to switch specific weapons out with others in my inventory if I don't have a full inventory, if that makes sense. So that definitely helps me. People often ask me how I switch that weapon without going into my inventory. It's because I have hold to swap pickup on. Toggle targeting off. Don't know why you'd have that on. Multi-data with targeting on. Auto pickup weapons off. That can mess me up if I have this on. Just can't be doing that. My preferred item slots, this is them. You can have a look. I don't really have them assigned that much, but I always need my shotgun to go to my second slot. Just in case I pick up a shotgun first, I want it to go there so I can easily know where it is in my inventory and I don't have to look if I get into a fight at the beginning of a round. Auto sort consumables to the right. I've always had this on. I feel like most people have this on. Definitely helps you when arranging your inventory at the start of a game or even at the end of the game. Reset building choice. I just have these all on. Yeah, turbo booting obviously on. Disable pre-edit, I have that on. I would only turn this off if I'm doing a sky base and need to pre-edit my stairs to spiral up. Contextual tips off. I also have my record replays off most of the time. I saw an It's Jerian video and he said that like the replays, having them on can cause your game to like not be as smooth as possible, because obviously it's recording the whole game in the background, so that's an extra strain on your PC. So I just have them turned off unless I want to turn them on, but normally the people that I'm playing with have them on, so if I need to look in replays, they can do it for me, you know. Yeah, HUD scale, I have 85%. I like it a little bit smaller so then I can see more of the screen, but some psychopaths have it very small and I don't understand how you can see what anything is. Latency, you know, these things, basic stuff, you guys can just look at those. Okay, so my mouse and keyboard settings, I use 800 DPI on my mouse, 9.3 on both my X and Y settings. I forced myself to stick to these settings and it works for me. Pretty much every day I have decent aim. A couple days I may have slightly washed aim, especially if I do an arm workout before stream. Kind of kiboshes me, but it's fine. So yeah, I used to adjust it slightly higher and lower, but that was not good. I finally found a sensitivity that's in the middle that most of the time I'm really good with this aim, so I've just stuck to it. Targeting sensitivity 30.5 and scope sensitivity 38.5, so I can hear those quick scopes, so it's much higher, but for when you're scoped in, it makes sense. Ignore gamepad input, I have this one off, and lock input method as mouse. This is very important if you have the keyboard joystick, which is what I use, the GMK joystick. You have to have this on. This is the only thing you need to do when you plug in your joystick and you're on Fortnite. You have to turn this on because otherwise your game switches between mouse and like controller, because it thinks the GMK is a controller, so it constantly switches and you cannot build or do anything if this is off. So turn that on and then you'll straight up be chilling. This mouse flight, yeah, whatever, no one cares about that. These are controller settings. I don't use controller, so we don't need to even bother with that. These are my audio settings, not too snazzy. I use the Go XLR Mini for my audio, and I have it on these settings just so that I can push to talk with my Go XLR instead of with keybinds in Fortnite. So yeah, there you go. You guys can have a look at that. My keybinds and keyboard controls. So my movement, as you can see, I have nothing bound here because I use my thumb on the joystick. As soon as you plug the joystick in, it works. Don't need to do anything special with it. No remapping or anything. It just works straight up, which is very handy. So I don't need anything bound here. My jump is 0, so I hit that with my pinky finger. It may sound weird because most people use their thumb on spacebar, but it suits me and I like it. I've always used my pinky. It is what it is. Left control, I just hit that when I want to auto run. So yeah, I do auto run all the time. Very handy. Crouch is 7, so I use my index finger for that, going down to when I want to slide or just crouch, because obviously we have sliding in Fortnite now. Very snazzy. Fire, obviously left and targeting the right mouse button. Everybody has that. Use H, index finger going up. Again, very, very handy tool right there for opening everything. Weapon slot 1, so 6, using my index finger going down for my AR or SMG. Sometimes I put my SMG in my first slot now. My shotgun slot, my second slot, scroll wheel, mouse up. I've always used that. It's just very handy. I don't know. I can hit that very fast. And then my weapon slot 3, 5, again, index finger going down to the side. So that's often my AR if I don't have it in my first slot, or just a consumable. Weapons 4, 9. So that is my index finger. Sorry, not my index finger. That is my pinky finger going inwards. And weapon slot 5 is hyphen. So it's my pinky finger going outwards. My building, crouch while building 7, obviously I have it as the same as the crouch and slide. You just want your crouch the same so you know when you crouch you hit that keybind. My wall, I use that on my mouse. It's my side mouse button. Same with the stairs. Floor is I, so I use my ring finger for that. Stairs... Yeah, stairs, I've already said, thumb mouse button. And roof is T, so that is my pointy finger, index finger... Index finger going right to the side. Okay, my trap is G, index finger going up diagonally. Place building, obviously click the click key on your mouse, you know. Repair, upgrade, right control. I don't often have to hit this. It's unusual to hit this, but every occasion I put my hand all the way across the other side of the keyboard and hit that. Rotate building. I never use this. I'm not gonna lie. I never use that, but it's just K. I didn't even know I have that bound, to be honest with you. Change building material, right mouse button. For some reason, I used to have it different, but then someone told me you can do it as right mouse button and it doesn't mess you up at all, so I have it as that. building edit, so Y, my index finger, it is the key that my index finger is always hovering over so I can hit my edit really quickly. Also, double bound to mouse wheel down because we want to scroll wheel reset, obviously, because keyboard and mouse players, we got to do that. It's our advantage. Got to use it, you know what I mean? And then right mouse button to reset the building edit if I ever do that. But most of the time, I just use the scroll wheel down when I want to reset. Set building edit, again, left mouse button. And crouch while editing, 7. Or it's constantly my crouch key for everything. Ping, middle mouse button, just clicking that in, so ping into my teammates, pinging enemies, or whatever. Push to talk B, I don't even use that. I use it on my Go XLR, so that doesn't even matter. And then emote, I don't really have, just 1 and 2 over here for my emotes. Toggle harvesting tool, I've always had this. Some people don't even have this bound, and they have it as pickaxe. I like to be able to toggle it, and that is my middle finger, the key that I'm always hovering with my middle finger is U. And then previous emotes, we always have that. Toggle map is O, so I use my ring finger going to the side for that. Toggle inventory, J. Yeah, so just my middle finger going upwards, and then carry and place, these things, not too interesting right there. Yeah, these are the other settings. I'm just going to scroll through these. I can't be bothered to talk about them. They're just basic stuff, getting in and out of vehicles, sitting down. Because they have changed a lot of stuff with the vehicles. So I'm just going to scroll through this. And there you go. I hope you guys enjoy. UFOs, who remembers those? And then just my creative settings. I don't ever use these creative things. So yeah, that is what it is. Combat controls, don't use controller. Here I have an important thing here, which I have show on cheerleader board off. Again, I watched an It's Jerian video, and he said that having this off can reduce your input delay, rather. So I've always had this off, so that's why when people go to search me on Fortnite Tracker, I either don't come up, or the stats that come up are very, very old, because it doesn't send my stats to Fortnite Tracker. So yeah, but that has made actually a difference. I did feel a difference when I turned this off to my input delay, which was weird. I didn't really expect to notice it, but I did. So I have that off, and then here's the other settings. So that just about sums up all of my weird keybinds of Fortnite settings. I hope you guys enjoyed, and it helped you guys out if you have a new GMK and want to look for some kind of optimal keybinds for yourselves. If you have any further questions, I'm live on Twitch, twitch.tv/RubyPlays, 5 days a week. Also, comment them down in the description below, and I can try to answer them as quick as possible. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy, and I'll catch you guys later. That one day you get some and you wake up with your problems solved. Yeah.